Assassin's Creed Origins has roaming bosses that are super hard to kill, as you see right here in the footage from IGN, but there is a very cheap tactic that you can do to very easily kill those bosses, at least in the build that the press got to play. It's like a cheat tactic that they might fix in the full game, but I still thought it was awesome to show you how it works. So if you like that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. So I saw this tactic in a 1-hour footage montage from IGN Benelux they put up on their website. I happen to know the guy that recorded this footage, so I got all the insights as well. So during a huge press event, some lucky people got to play a level 13 to level 17-18 part of Assassin's Creed Origins. And in this area a huge boss walks around, namely Ptolemy's Fist, one of the many roaming bosses in the game that you need to kill for an assassination contract. And of course also for some sweet loot, in this case a guaranteed copper mace that deals a ton of damage, has a health on hit modifier, of course meaning that if you hit the enemy you get some health back, a combo multiplier and an adrenaline on kill modifier. And if you're familiar with the adrenaline, then you know that it's needed of course to use the overpower attacks, that if the bar is full you can do a super powerful attack. So of course you can kill Ptolemy's Fist by just dodging his attacks, striking when you see a weak spot, but why do that if you can also do it a way easier way without any trouble? This cheat tactic requires you to have the sleep darts skill unlocked, and with the sleeping darts you can put enemies to sleep and they can follow up with a stealth attack. This also worked on the boss, as you see right here. So first you throw a sleeping dart, then the enemy will be stunned, they can walk up to him, deal a ton of damage, then of course dodge his attack, and then follow up with another sleeping dart, do another stealth attack, and repeat until the boss is done. And this means that the boss can't attack you because he's simply asleep all the time, and that you only need 3 attacks to kill this guy that can otherwise be referred to as a arrow sponge. But yeah, I don't think that something like this is supposed to be in the game. Obviously these bosses should be hard as hell and should not be able to get tricked, but the description of the sleep darts also suggests that this was something that should not be able to happen. As it says here, throw this dart to put lower rank enemies or animals to sleep and sneak by them without being detected. So lower rank, well, this boss was level 22, so that's not a lower rank than the player in this case was at all. So I think this does mean that this was not something that should happen when you throw sleeping darts at this boss. If this means that if you are level 23 and fight this guy, you will still be able to use this tactic, I mean, then you should be a higher rank, right, than the guy that is level 22. That is unclear. What is clear though, that in this build right now at the press event, you could easily cheat this boss using this tactic, but I'm curious to see if they are going to fix it before launch. You would imagine they would, right? But even if they fix it, that you can't use the sleeping darts against this boss, or at least like when he's a higher rank than you, aren't the sleeping darts still not too overpowered? I mean, if you're fighting an enemy 1v1, you will still be able to use this tactic if the guy is a lower rank, but still a boss, you would imagine. Where is the challenge then? If you can walk up to them, do a stealth attack and just repeat that. You can of course run out of sleeping darts, although they should be very easy to retrieve in one of the many arrow refill points on the map, or maybe even from looting people. I'm not sure about that one, but I heard from the IGN Benelux editor that played here that he never felt to be running out of them quickly. Of course, let's not forget that he gets all the credits for discovering this cheat tactic, and maybe we can also use it against this level 38 boss called Halfhorn that I also spotted in this Assassin's Creed Origins IGN gameplay. It's really awesome to see that Assassin's Creed Origins has these world bosses and also a high level boss in a pretty early to middle part of the game that you have to go back to kill him to get the awesome loot. I can't wait. I don't know about you, but I will totally try out this tactic if I get my hands on the full game and see if it's still possible. If that is correct, then it means that you can cheat all the bosses as soon as you get the sleep darts ability. Subscribe to stay up to date on that and way more Assassin's Creed Origins content as we near the